So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. My name is Via Gizgis, and I represent the SPARAC, the Specially Protected Areas Regional Activity Center. Today, I'll be discussing the policy impact of DTOs and how they intersect with various initiatives in the Mediterranean, including the SPABD protocol, the SAB-BIO, specially protected areas, and the protection of Mediterranean endangered species. So let's begin with a brief introduction of SPARAC. It's a component of the Mediterranean Action Plan of the United Nations Environment Programme based in Tunisia, since its creation in 1985. We act in synergy with 5 other thematic centers and the MedPol program under the supervision of a coordinating unit located in Athens to facilitate the implementation of the Barcelona Convention for the protection of the marine environment and the coastal region of the Mediterranean. The SPARAC is dedicated to the protection of marine and coastal biodiversity. So our mission is to assist Mediterranean countries in the implementation of the protocol concerning specially protected areas and biological diversity in the Mediterranean, which is called SPABG protocol. The SPABG protocol provides the regional framework for the conservation and sustainable use of biological diversity in the Mediterranean. Under this protocol, parties are called to protect areas of particular natural or cultural value through the establishment of specially protected areas or specially protected areas of Mediterranean importance, and to protect the threatened and endangered species of flora and fauna, etc., listed in the protocol's annexes. For an efficient protection of the Mediterranean, we are establishing and updating several policies and regulatory documents to help contracting parties protect this regional sea. Our work is deeply intertwined with the SPABG protocol and the Strategic Action Program for the Conservation of Biological Diversity, or the SAB-BIO. Whoops, I'm trying to change. Yeah. So the SPABG protocol, this legal instrument is crucial for the protection of biodiversity in the Mediterranean. The protocol lays down the framework for the designation of specially protected areas, or SPAs, and the conservation of species. However, enforcing these regulations across a vast and dynamic marine environment has always been a challenge. Here, DTOs offer a game-changing solution. By simulating various environmental scenarios, DTOs help us to anticipate potential threats and deploy conservation measures more strategically. The proactive approach not only strengthens the enforcement of the SPABG protocol, but also enhances our ability to safeguard biodiversity. In order to facilitate the implementation of this protocol, the SPARAC has elaborated a series of action plans adopted by the parties to the Barcelona Convention. We have 6 action plans related to strategy and program for the conservation and restoration of threatened species. We have 3 action plans for the conservation of vulnerable key habitats. And then we have 1 action plan to tackle species introductions and invasive species in the Mediterranean. In recent years, the concept of digital twins of the oceans has emerged as a revolutionary tool in environmental conservation. DTOs are digital replicas of ocean systems that allows us to model, simulate, and predict changes in marine environments. All these tools have become necessary in shaping policies that are not only reactive, but also proactive, enabling us to address conservation, challenges with greater precision and foresight. Moving on, the Strategic Action Program for the Conservation of Biological Diversity, or SABBIO. Now we are talking about the post-2020 SABBIO. It was established as a framework to guide conservation efforts across the Mediterranean. It identifies priority action plans for preserving the region's biodiversity, ranging from habitat protection to species conservation. Its vision is, by 2015, marine and coastal biodiversity is valued, conserved, restored, and wisely used, maintaining ecosystem services, sustaining a healthy Mediterranean sea and coast, and delivering benefits essential for all people. Then we have three main goals. The first goal is to reduce the threat to biodiversity. The second one is to ensure that biodiversity is preserved and maintained or enhanced in order to meet people's needs. And the third goal is to enable the necessary transformative change, putting in place tools and solutions for implementation and mainstreaming. But as we know, having a strategic plan is only half of the battle. The real challenge lies in the implementation and monitoring. This is where the DTOs come into play. By creating digital models of marine ecosystems, DTOs allows us to track the impact of our policies in real time, adjust strategies as needed, and ensure that the sub-BIOS objectives are being met effectively. The Mediterranean is home to many endangered species, each of which plays a crucial role in the region's ecological balance. Protecting these species requires precise and timely intervention, which is where DTOs prove invaluable. They allow us to model the habitats and endangered species, predict the impact of various threats, and devise targeted conservation strategies. For example, DTOs can simulate the effects of pollution or climate change on specific species, enabling us to take preventive actions. By incorporating DTOs, into our conservation efforts, we can ensure that our policies are not only reactive, but as I have said, they are proactive in safeguarding the vulnerable species in the Mediterranean. For example, you can speak about the specially protected areas, or SPAs. They are designated to preserve the unique biodiversity of the Mediterranean Sea. However, the dynamic nature of marine ecosystem makes it challenging to maintain the desired conservation outcomes and status. The DTOs offer a dynamic tool for monitoring and managing SPAs by continuously updating the digital models with real-time data. DTOs enables us to track changes in the environment and respond more effectively. This not only helps in maintaining the ecological integrity of specially protected areas, but also it provides valuable insight for refining conservation policies. In a sense, DTOs transform specially protected areas from static areas into dynamic conservation entities that can adapt by changing conditions. So let's take specific case, for example, the SPAMEs, or specially protected areas of Mediterranean importance. The digital twins of the oceans play a crucial role in the management and protection of these high-level areas by providing advanced tools for monitoring, simulation, and decision making. So how does DTOs aid in SPAMI management? We have areas where DTOs continuously gather data from sensors, satellites, and other sources to create real-time models or environmental conditions within SPAMIs. I will call these the environmental conditions. This allows for the constant monitoring of factors like water temperature, salinity, pollution levels, and biodiversity. The DTOs can also track human activities such as fishing, tourism, and shipping within or near SPAMIs, enabling authorities to detect and respond to illegal activities or harmful practices swiftly. DTOs can simulate also potential threats to SPAMIs, such as oil spills, invasive species, or climate change impacts, like sea level rise. So by predicting how these threats might affect SPAMIs, managers can proactively implement proactive measures. Also, the DTOs allows for the modeling of different scenarios, such as the impact of a proposed development or a new conservation policy. This helps in assessing the potential consequence and choosing the best course of action. DTOs also enable a dynamic approach to SPAMI management, where conservation strategies can be adjusted in real time based on the latest data. For instance, if a sudden drop in a particular species is detected, a real-time action can be taken to investigate and mitigate the cause. And by providing detailed insights into the conditions and needs of SPAMIs, the DTOs help optimize the allocation of resources, such as patrols, restoration efforts, and funding, ensuring they are directed where they are most needed. The DTO serves as a centralized platform where data can be shared among various stakeholders, including government agencies, NGOs, and local communities. This fosters collaboration and ensures that all parties are working with the same up-to-date information. Here we are talking about the data sharing. Then, for the public engagement, the visual and interactive nature of DTOs makes them valuable tools for engaging the public and raising awareness about the importance of SPAMIs. By visualizing the impact of conservation efforts, the DTOs can help build support for protective measures. We have also the automated reporting, where DTOs can automate the collection and analysis of data needed for reporting to international bodies, such as those overseeing in the SPABD protocol. This ensures that SPAMIs meet their conservation objectives and comply with the international standards. Then, with the accurate and up-to-date data, DTOs enhance the enforcement of conservation policies, ensuring the protective measures within the SPAMIs. It is effectively implemented and adhered to. So, by integrating these capabilities, DTO significantly enhance the ability to manage and protect SPAMIs, ensuring that these ecologically important areas are preserved for future generation. While SPARAC uses some tools to integrate digital twins of the oceans, enhancing policymaking and conservation efforts across the Mediterranean. For example, we have some databases. The MAMIAS, which is the Mediterranean Alien Species Database, it plays a role in monitoring and managing the spread of invasive alien species. By integrating DTOs, MAMIAS enhances its capabilities, offering real-time data and predictive modeling that allow for proactive intervention. This enables more accurate tracking. It helps predict future invasions and informs both immediate and long-term policy responses. We have also the MAPAMED, which is the database of marine protected areas in the Mediterranean. This database is essential for tracking the status and effectiveness of MPAs across the Mediterranean. The DTOs elevate MAPAMED by providing continuous monitoring and detailed simulations of management strategies. This integration ensures that MPAs are not only preserved, but that they are dynamically managed. They are helping to achieve the goals of protecting 30% of the Mediterranean Sea by 2030. We wish so. We have also the Mediterranean Biodiversity Platform, which is the MBP. It facilitates the exchange of biodiversity information among the Mediterranean countries, promoting cross-border conservation efforts. The DTOs amplifies MBP's impact by integrating diverse data into a comprehensive, unified model. And this allows for more informed and precise decision-making, tailoring conservation strategies to address specific threats, and responding quickly to new challenges. This is our way to support effective policy making and ensure the sustainable management for the Mediterranean's rich biodiversity. Let me share a few examples of where DTOs have had a significant impact on policy implementation. One notable case is the use of DTOs in managing the monk seal population in the Mediterranean. By modeling the seal's habitats and potential threats, DTOs helped policymakers to develop targeted conservation measures that have led to a noticeable recovery of the seal population. Now we can see that the monk seal has some populations in several countries. Another example in the use of DTOs is predicting the spread of the invasive lionfish, allowing for early intervention and control measures that have mitigated its impact. These case studies demonstrate the power of DTOs in transforming policy from theory to action with tangible benefits for conservation. So we have some challenges and opportunities as why the potential of DTOs is immense. There is some challenges. One major challenge is the availability of high quality data, which is essential for creating accurate digital models. Data collected from various sources across different Mediterranean countries, they often lack standardization, inconsistent formats, varying levels of data quality, and differences in data collection methods. They can lower the seamless integration of information into DTOs. Then the use of DTOs raises ethical and legal issues, particularly concerning the data privacy, ownership, and the equitable sharing of benefits derived from these technologies. There is also the potential for misuse of data. We have to admit it, leading to unintended consequences. Implementing DTOs requires advanced technological infrastructure too, including high-performance computing, sophisticated modeling softwares, and robust data storage solutions. Many Mediterranean countries may face challenges in accessing or maintaining such infrastructure. There are also financial and technical constraints that can limit the implementation of DTOs. However, these challenges also present opportunities. By investing in data collection and fostering collaboration among Mediterranean countries, we can enhance the effectiveness of DTOs. Also, the integration of DTOs into policymaking offers an opportunity to move from reactive to proactive conservation strategies, ultimately leading to more sustainable outcomes for the Mediterranean. Well, I won't be so long. So in conclusion, DTOs represent a transformative tool in the field of environmental conservation. By providing real-time insights and predictive capabilities, DTOs enables us to craft policies that are both effective and adaptive. For us, for SPARAC and our partners, DTOs offer a unique opportunity to enhance our conservation efforts across the Mediterranean Sea. As we move forward, it's crucial that we continue to support the development and the implementation of DTOs, ensuring that our policies are grounded in the best available science and technology. Together, we can ensure a sustainable future for the Mediterranean and its rich biodiversity. So that's it. Once again, thank you for your time and interest and for this important topic. If you have any further question, I'm here. You can ask me.
Thank you, Leah. Was an interesting presentation. Do we have any questions? No? Actually, I have a presentation myself. You were talking about some databases before, and you mentioned the MapAmed, right?
Yes.
Are they open? The data in those databases, is it open?
Yes, for the case of MapAmed, the data are open. They can be downloaded easily from the online database. There are data concerning the specially protected areas, the location, shape files, management data, etc. But when we talk about the other databases, such as the MAMIAS or the MBP, in these databases, we have some access restricted data. Some countries they agree to provide us with the data, but they do not allow commercial use of this data or an easy transmission of this data. As you know, there are some critical information about military bases, about fishing pressure, etc. And some of these data are not available to download from the Mediterranean Biodiversity Platform or from MAMIAS. But for the MapAmed databases case, all data are available for anyone to be downloaded.
Thank you. That's great. And I'm especially interested in MapAmed. Do you happen to know if there's data on all the countries? Because what I normally see is that some countries, they have developed marine spatial planning. They consider marine protected areas, such as, for instance, Spain or France. But some other countries are still in developing this marine spatial planning, which is, I think, is a requirement from the European Commission. And I don't know if it includes as well countries from North Africa that I've probably the situation there is is different.
It does. It does. In fact, we are making all our possible efforts to contact these countries' representatives and to collect any available data about the specially protected areas that are established, any legislative, I mean, any policy document for creation or for management of these areas. So we are trying to make it global for the whole region, either for the northern or the southern part of the Mediterranean.
No, thank you. Thank you. Do you have any more questions? Okay, so thank you, Dia. Thank you for your presentation.
You're welcome. Thank you.